Commence primary ignition.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Historian Kinji here. Played Cad Bane on the Book of Boba Fett on Star Wars Disney Plus. You're watching the Virtual Cantina Network. Have fun.
Okay. Welcome, citizens of the Republic, to another round of Virtual Cantina's Clone Wars Revisited. Tonight's episode, woohoo! Season 2, Episode 5. Gonna have some fun tonight.
Kiadi Mundi.
Yes.
Come on. How's it going, everybody? How's your week
having
been?
a good time. Is everybody coming down from all the excitement of last week's visit with our superstar?
That was
With royalty.
So much fun. We were visited by a duchess, you guys. It was so great.
Dave, to another episode of the Gun Show as Mark's got his guns out tonight.
So it is Pride Month. I've got my Pride shirt.
Hell yeah.
Sleeveless. I actually cut the sleeves off this one. And it's also, it's the start of Pride Month. It is sort of the start of summer. I'm going to be on a beach in about 3 days, so I will only be in sleeveless shirts between, with pretty much for the next 10 days. So very, very excited about all
No
that.
farmer's tan for this guy.
No. It's just so excited to just lay on a beach and be in a pool and enjoy the weather. You have to when I meet Christopher Sean, we have to do another comparison.
Oh, damn.
It was so close last time. So
close.
So excited to have everyone back after a banger week last week. Oh my God.
That was such a blast.
I'm still riding high from it. We've been really fortunate on this network to have interviewed, tons of people across all the shows, right? We have an entire show called the Speaker Series where we get to meet various actors from across all of Star Wars. John Ottman hosts that. The Thursday Night Watch Along regularly has guests. We had 5 or 6 guests on with Rebels Revisited. Anna Graves was our first guest on Clone Wars Revisited, which is very exciting. And I think it was one of the best interviews we've ever done. She was delightful,
so much fun. Yeah.
Easy to talk to. We went on and on about Duchess Satine. We talked about her upcoming appearances, or her one coming up this weekend, Skip Near You, and then the big event in Texas that we're bringing her to with Boonta Eve. So a lot going on. She was such an amazing guest. I'm so happy that she was able to join us.
Dave and I are going to go see her this weekend.
Yay!
Excellent. I'm so excited about that.
Ooh,
she's good
Dave's
people.
I'm
going to put up the picture just so everyone remembers. Anna Graves is going to be at our Boonta Eve event coming up in August, adjacent to Rebel ScumCon this August.
Yeah.
It is. I'm so excited about this event. It's kind of wild. It's going to be here, and we're 2 months away. We're actually 2 months from yesterday is Rebel ScumCon and Boonta Eve. So we are in the countdown, and Anna's one of our guests. It's going to be a blast.
And I'm every time she said in the Duchess voice, Boonta Eve, you cracked me up.
Here we go. Got to fix Ashley's name. I have too many overlays in here. You were Colin for a hot second.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
We didn't start out that way, but when I changed the graphics back, we have so many overlays, you guys, in case the rotating crew of who's here and who's not. But thank you everyone who's joining us in the chat.
Yeah.
Dave and Spencer. I see a bunch of people up on Facebook. Tonight is a standard watch along, but we were just talking about before the show started how we are on the precipice of Clone Wars itself getting good. Like
really good.
season one is we talked a lot about that when we did our season one. We were like, oh, I don't know if I need to rewatch these things anymore. But season 2 really kicks things into high gear. It's actually where we meet Duchess Satine of Mandalore and learn all about Mandalore and Obi-Wan's secret girlfriend. We get a ton of bounty hunters. There's a whole thing with Boba Fett, Nora Singh, and all the other bounty hunters. And we also get this amazing little arc with Barriss Offee coming up. And this is sort of the start of it. Weapons Factory is next week. So holy shit, you guys, Weapons Factory. Which it's killing me because I'm not going to be here next Monday. I'm still on my beach vacation. So I'm going to miss the Barriss Offee Weapons Factory episode because the universe hates me.
You can call in.
Yeah,
I mean, we can wait a week.
No, please do it without me. It'll be fine. I'll watch you guys
Right.
watch it back. But yeah, it is. This is when it starts getting really like dire too. I mean, next week's episode in Weapons Factory, since I'm not going to be here, I'll comment on it. Barriss Offee and Ahsoka have to infiltrate a droid factory, and there's a moment where they really think that their mission is sort of a suicide mission. And Luminara is preparing Barriss Offee for the idea that like she has to succeed or die, or maybe even both, succeed like and die. There's die is on the table, and while we've seen that with like clone troopers and stuff, it really hits close to home when it's Ahsoka and Ahsoka's friend, who's also a teenage soldier, right? Like they feel like child soldiers.
Yeah, this episode I feel like it's jarring, and I think it's jarring for Ahsoka as well. She when we get into Weapons Factory, of course, Ahsoka kind of gets a realization that her master cares a lot more about her well-being than Luminara does about Barriss's well-being, and it's shocking to her because she thinks, oh, every master should care about their Padawan, but the fact that like Barriss is just thrown to the wolves like she is, it's like night and day between Anakin and Luminara. So, and we'll see that next week.
Dave said it. Anakin was having no part of that. Yeah, Luminara was very much like the cause is more important than the person, whereas I think Anakin's whole philosophy is exactly the opposite of that.
It's
like
attachment.
Yeah, the people are more important than the larger thing. Like it's sort of it actually, we're not to hawk the Trek, but doesn't it bring up the big philosophical question that they present to us in Star Trek, like the needs of the many versus the needs of the few or the one? But when that individual one person, like what would you do to save them? And that's just a great piece of, I feel like we're back in college. It's like philosophy 101. Like that's exactly the kind of thing you would write a paper on, right? And I feel like we get that playing out in Clone Wars, not as explicitly stated, but are you willing to sacrifice this one particular person who has signed up to be in the war, right? Whether like they were chosen at birth and abducted and brought into the cult and turned into a Jedi, they're still like willingly participating, right? Like at this
I think it
point,
sounds so positive.
Yeah, I mean, they're still minors, which makes it a really bit of like trippy of like how much consent can they give? Yeah, look, I like me some Star Trek. I'm not as deep, like I'm deep in Star Wars. I'm an A++ member of the Star Wars community, and I am like a C- Star Trekker, right? Like I loved Deep Space Nine, and I couldn't remember a thing about it, but whenever I watch it, I love it. Like Strange New Worlds was killer. Oh my god, I love Lower Decks. Lower Decks,
so crazy.
Like, I want 12 more seasons. Jack Quaid screaming at me for 10 minutes, like I'm in. It's great. So, yeah.
Dave says Anna totally dodged the Obi-Wan Corky question.
Here's the thing. I think she actually answered it. I thought she actually gave the most succinct.
For sure.
Like for realsies answer than anyone could, and I think she said no. She's like, "That's not my son."
She said no.
Yeah, I really felt like it was actually a definitive answer to the question that Porky Kryze is not the son of Duchess Satine, which is what I suspected and we suspect all along, but we love a fun conspiracy over here when it's fun.
Of course.
I do think he's also not the son of Bo-Katan, and I will actually ladder up what she was saying, what Anna Graves was saying in the conversation about how maybe he just has an auntie and they are like not necessarily blood relatives. And I think that's true because if he were a blood relative, we would never hear the end of it and how he might have a rightful like claim to the throne. Like I think plenty of people have aunts and uncles who are friends. My parents have a lot of friends who I call aunt and uncle. So that's, and I don't think that's specific to me. So it's just fun. Right. Like, and yes, by the way, I will still do this, Spencer, when we get Aunt Anna and Katie together in Texas. At Bunta Eve. Oh my God, we have to clip her Bunta Eve and put it everywhere.
Bunta Eve.
Bunta
Oh,
Eve.
Spencer's already got it as a ringtone. It's fine.
Yeah, it's unreal. I must have listened to that like how many times?
That was so
I
fun.
watched our interview back and then I watched it again like a psycho.
Me like sitting there like a bobblehead. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
I have
Yeah.
not watched it a second time yet.
So embarrassing.
I just love her so much. You guys know this
Yeah,
before we had the interview where I was
for
like, she's on my
sure.
list of people must meet, must hang out with. Love her character, love her as a person, and getting to hear her actual recording for the audition
I
was
know. Oh my God.
unreal.
I
That
had
was
goosebumps. I was like,
yeah.
oh.
The fact that she shared that with us, I mean, that's a big deal. This is the kind of stuff that was like, this benefits membership, kids. When you're in the
Right.
network.
That's right. Oh, so cool. Um,
I like all the conspiracies brewing over here. Um, yeah, second
yeah.
cousin, neighbor's former roommate. That one too. She could be a foundling, or he could be a foundling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and
That's entirely possible. Good
I love the
point.
idea of a foundling for sure. That's what Mando was, right?
That's Din.
And
Yeah.
it's all about
It's a
chosen
very
family.
Mandalorian thing to have a foundling.
Mm-hmm. And Grogu is a foundling. And Anna Graves will be on the Skywalkers this week. Yay! We love them. So everyone tune in. I don't know what she's gonna. She shared the audition with us. I don't know what she's got cooked up for them. So Spencer, if you know the day and the time and the details, please enter that into the chat, and we will make sure to share that on screen so everyone can tune in to see Anna Graves this week. As you guys know, the Skywalkers are good friends of the channel. We actually share StreamYard with them. You might have noticed that during Celebration when I had to go live with their overlay. It was awesome. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a moment of panic. I was like, someone help.
Yeah.
We
Don't
spent
sign
all
up for
day
buttons, guys.
building that PowerPoint, pulling together photos, and then the studio wouldn't cooperate. It's always how it goes. But yeah, we are still riding high from Anna, and we expect that we're going to have some other guests popping up across the various shows as we get ready for Texas, since we are in the 2-month countdown. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for you guys, but it just reminds me that I have to get art stuff done for Boston.
You have your
So-
own deadlines, Ashley. Yeah. So what do you do? Remind everyone why you're not going to be in Texas. And for anyone who's not in Texas, if you're close to Boston, you may want to go visit Ashley.
Yeah, I'll be at Fan Expo Boston. I signed up for a table last year, so we'll be back at the BCEC in Boston, and the Seaport once again this year. No more Heinz, thank God. So I'll be there with Ewan and Hayden and the cast of Supernatural, which Alan is really excited about. I think Ernie Hudson canceled and somebody else canceled. Sorry, I'm blanking on who. But another big guest canceled. But they announced a New England superhero today, and they're kind of teasing it. So Chris Evans, maybe.
Oh, that could be interesting.
It could
That'd be a
also be
huge
Ben
get.
Affleck.
Could be.
Yeah.
I would like to
man.
meet Ben Affleck. Yeah.
All the ugly men.
Yeah. Oh, those terrible. Okay. Spencer, you liked the Heinz because it honestly, it was easy to get to, but it didn't, we were kind of pushed kind of in the back past the celebrities. A lot of people didn't know where we were in Artist Alley. It was kind of a rough year. But fingers crossed this year is better. And I will be there all weekend. Come by and see me and Alan and AJ, Alan's son, at the table. Say hello. Hang out with us. Go meet some awesome celebrities. Get some great art. We'll be there. Oh, John Cena. That's another one. That could be. Yeah.
Yeah, John Cena's on his
Oh yeah, and John
pseudo-
Boyega's there. Hell yeah. John
Yeah.
is freaking amazing too. Guys, go see him. He's
Yeah.
a sweetheart. And
FN2187. That's John Boyega.
Finn deserved better. I need that on a
Yeah.
t-shirt. Finn deserved better.
I have a weird feeling he'll be back. If this Daisy Ridley movie ever happens, I feel like they're going to pull in some of those people, even if they're not in big roles, and they're going to write the correct thing of what should be. I do think it's interesting that John Cena could be popping up places. He's on a sort of path to retirement tour right now, and his character is like currently a heel, so he's a villain at the moment. And he tweets like the most, not
Yeah.
tweets, I guess it's on Threads. I see it on Threads, but he's like threading the most random philosophical nonsense pseudo garbage. And I guess it's in character, but I don't know. He's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time and one of the most recognizable names in WWE. So it's
For sure.
interesting to watch like a planned retirement, very scripted happen. I don't particularly enjoy his heel character. I liked it better when he wanted to be liked and everyone hated him. That was more fun. But I'm not really keeping up with WWE at the moment. I don't know who else another New England superhero could be, but tell us in the comments who you think it might be.
Yeah.
Either way, we'll be on the lookout. I
That'll be fun.
believe there have been a couple new announcements at Rebel Scum Con. They announced some Bad Batch people, and I want to pull it up on their Facebook because there were a few new.
Our favorite
new-
admiral there.
Yeah, Admiral Rampart was the one of the new reveals. Let's see, Nashir Dalal, who plays Rampart, and Gwendolyn Yo, which
Oh
is
yeah,
I
gotta
know, which is
say.
very cool. Yep. And Michelle Ang is already there, and so is Rena Owen. And so that's your Bad
Nice.
Batch, Clone Wars, that whole prequel slash, Fall of the Republic situation.
Go meet Michelle. We love her.
Oh my God, Michelle Ang.
We hung out with her so much last year. It
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah. Oh my God, Catherine Tate. If it's Catherine Tate, I'm not doing anything about it.
I mean, she's still scheduled for Boston.
Yeah, I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. But along with all of the people I just mentioned going to Rebel Scum Con, the new ones, Noshir and Gwendolyn and everyone else, we've got all these Mandalorians stacking up too. We've got Emily Swallow, Simon Cassianides, Tite Fletcher, Katie Sackhoff, and of course Anna Graves will be at Boonta Eve. So that's all very, very exciting.
Katie and Anna need to do a duo photo op. Like, really. That's gonna
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a lot of people that I think would pair well with her. Sam Witwer's there too.
Ugh.
That's a little dark.
Get them with the
like-
three of them, and he's just
Yeah.
like in the middle.
And the sisters.
Oh, so
I love that
terrible.
she has that relationship with Sam. So to recap for anyone who missed the interview last week, which if you did, oh my God, how'd you miss that? Go watch
Go to
that. Turn
YouTube.
this off
Go
and
watch
watch that and then come back.
Yeah.
So she talked about how she recorded opposite Corey Burton for a lot of the Sam Witwer stuff because Sam was filming. And if I'm doing my math on that, he was probably in like Being Human or something at the time. But like they met after the fact, and so they had this thing where he would always apologize to her every time they met. But they fist bumped it out during the strikes because the video game actors are still on strike, so they see each other on the strike lines all the
And
time.
she is also a video game voice actor. So.
Yes, quite a number of video games. Yes, Dave. Yes, please bring some helmets to Texas. There's a Boba Fett contingent going. There are stormtroopers. There are Mandos like you wouldn't believe. I'm so excited about Rebel Scum Con. And I think we announced this last week. Certainly on the other shows on the network, it's already been made news. We have our signature sponsor for Rebel Scum Con with VIP. I'm trying to pull up their graphic. I know. Where's my? I have so many graphics in here. I need to do a little bit of cleaning in the studio. Here we go. This is the graphic for them. So VIP Home Theaters. So this is a company that's based in Chicago, and they actually have like 3 sort of separate things that they do. I got to meet the owners. They were very cool. They set up like home theaters, home theater products for you. So think televisions, speakers, audio setups for your house, chairs, everything, all that kind of stuff. Plus, they have an event location where they host events. So you can actually go watch a movie in like a really tricked out theater and everything. It's very small and intimate and exciting, right?
Yeah.
And they have an entire company that also specializes in audio products. So it's actually a different name than VIP Home Theaters, but they also they do video and audio as you'd expect, and they're fantastic. So they are sponsoring Rebel Scum Texas, along with everyone else you see up on the screen right here. We have Arta Wigs, we have Plum Askew, we've got Mood, we've got Andy's Boat Repair, we've got Colebrook Hale, and we have My MTA. So thank you everyone to all. Oh, and Jennifer and Leslie, I fully missed that one. I'm looking at all my graphics over here, and of course on my screen they're so small, but hopefully they're nice and big on the YouTube for you guys. Thank you everyone for sponsoring Rebel Scum Con. We couldn't do it without our sponsors. We really need everyone's help in pulling this off, and we're so excited. It's going to be such a blast.
Dave, is that what your house looks like right now? That's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I would like that in my room. Like, Never mind a
Yeah, that would be
studio.
cool.
Like, put that in my studio room. Put that in my room.
Yeah.
I got a place in the basement that we could turn into a home theater.
Well, I want to check out their location in Chicago because we got to look at the website and see all the pictures and everything from there. And they host like screenings and things like that. So at some point, when I make my way to Chicago, I don't know when I'm going to be back, but uh, might be before the end of the summer. I got to get out there and see something there. So yeah, a lot going on that front. What did we want to talk about in the Star Wars news this week? I feel like we're a little bit light on like big
Content.
Star Wars news
Um,
because they're done with the High Republic. Like the last novel I think just came out, but otherwise there's not a lot of news
What
on.
was the last novel?
I couldn't even tell you. I'm like so behind on uh, High Republic stuff.
Chantel says it'd be great to have you here, Mark.
Yeah, I gotta come
Well,
visit.
Chicago base. I
It
love
would be fun to see
Chantel.
you. Well, hopefully I'll
Sher-
see you in either
Sher
San
says
Diego.
you.
Yeah,
I
there
love
we
it,
go.
Sherry.
Ooh, wait a minute. Dave's got some news.
Oh, that's right. Mia
Woo!
Goth was announced. So you guys
Yes.
know who Mia Goth is, right?
Yes.
Ashley does.
If you've seen X, the horror movie, Pearl, what was the other one that was Maxine?
Hmm.
Mia
That's a
Goth is in
trilogy.
that. It's a
Yeah.
trilogy. Also, she's cast in Netflix's Frankenstein by Guillermo del Toro with Oscar Isaac. She'll be in that.
I
So
take a moment to look her up and go, oh,
she's
yeah.
really, really cool. A phenomenal actress.
X was
She's a
incredible.
baby. She's
One of my
31 years
yeah.
favorite horror movies that we've ever seen.
And she's like unhinged in Pearl. So it's like
she's also
so
in
unhinged.
Infinity Pearl, Infinity Pool.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. With Alex Skarsgård. That's
Yeah.
so good. Star Wars
That
connection.
is, yeah, and the Oscar Isaac connection with Frankenstein. Yeah, so you're right. That was the big casting news for Starfighter. By the way, that's still technically a rumor. I believe Variety or someone really credible posted it, but it didn't come from Lucasfilm. So she's
Lucasfilm
apparently
doesn't
the
really
villain.
do that though.
No.
Like once they have their celebration announcements, everything else they just kind of let the reputable Hollywood rags go through. I shouldn't say
Yeah.
rags. Hollywood magazines.
Some of them are rags.
Yeah.
And yes, Chantel, she is rumored to be the villain in the piece. So that'll be interesting.
That's great.
Yeah.
She has that look.
Outside of that, I mean, in pop culture lately, I hope everyone saw Sinners. It's out on digital
I have
now.
not,
So
but I
Sinners is
want
on
to.
digital. Definitely rent it. So good.
I was
Unbelievable.
having like I really would like to see it. I really would, but like it didn't
I
stick
have
around in the
seen one
theater.
scene in that movie. You want to guess which scene that is?
The one that they replay on Instagram like all the time.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
Haley Steinfeld and her
You
dirty
told me
haired
to
mouth.
go away, and then you.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
It's a family-friendly show. Family-friendly show.
Yeah.
By the way,
There's no kids here.
That movie is bonkers in the best
really
way.
is.
Like
Yeah.
here's the problem. I knew a lot going in, so I was not surprised when the vampire twist happens. Like because it doesn't start that way. Like it doesn't seem like this is where it's headed. But when you watch it a second time, you're like, oh, I see all the breadcrumbs. But like
also I hear we got Buddy Guy, like Chicago blues legend Buddy Guy in there, and I'm like, oh,
he's
man.
got a cameo.
Nice.
I mean,
Love
it's Ryan Coogler, and he doesn't miss, right? So
Of course.
he's the movie was fantastic. Highly recommend. Thunderbolts is great. And now we've got what else is coming out right
Life
now?
of Chuck, which I'm super excited about.
Superman F1.
Superman, we have a little bit of time. We still have a month.
I saw Ballerina last week.
Oh, how was that?
Ballerina, I'm telling you, Ana de Armas, if you saw No Time to Die, she has like literally a 10-minute scene in that, and she kicks so much ass in it. This is just a continuation of her kicking more ass for an entire scene, but
I'm into that.
she has an emotional depth to her too. If you guys have watched The Umbrella Academy, Diego in The Umbrella Academy, David Castaneda, plays her father. I didn't realize that until I saw the credits, and I'm like, oh my god, that's Diego from the Umbrella Academy. So he's her father, and that cameos, I should say cameos, he's in there a good bunch. Keanu Reeves, Sharon and Winston, Ian McShane, and the late great Lance Riddick. They're back. Angelica Houston is back as the director.
Oh wow.
Gabriel Byrne plays a cult leader. Norman Reedus isn't in there as much as I thought he was going to be, but it's a potential for a continuation.
Okay.
But I loved it. It's between 3 and 4.
Oh, it's a midquel?
It is.
All right.
So Sharon is still alive. Lance is still alive.
Oh, I didn't think about that. You mentioned those
Yeah.
characters, but I'm not as like deep in it as you are. I know you
Oh, I
love the John
live
Wick
and
stuff.
breed.
Yeah.
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 My Wild Stallions t-shirt today.
Yeah.
But it was so good. I highly recommend it if you love John Wick.
I was gonna go see Karate Kid Legacy the other day and just was too tired and didn't end up going. Has anybody seen that? Either one of the two of you
I
seen
have
it?
not.
We are doing the official costumes, the official Halloween costumes. So we have the white suit from the original Karate Kid, the black suit from the original Karate Kid, which is the Cobra Kai dojo. So the Miyagi dojo and then the Cobra Kai dojo. There's a new suit in the movie, the green suit, as worn by the new lead character. I want to say
Yeah.
his name is Ben, or
Ben,
the
yep.
actor's Ben. It's one of them. Either the actor's name Ben or the character's name Ben, but either way, the green suit is the new one from the movie. We have that
that's
one
rad.
too, and they're both available in kids and adult. So I know I'm plugging product, but that those won't even be in stock for another month or so because they're all new for Halloween this year. So
Yeah. So if you guys
we
want to
usually
dress
don't
up as
have
Karate
them.
Kids.
Yeah. Yeah, we usually don't have that stuff until closer to the season, but we're trying to hustle them in. For Superman, we're going to have Superman costumes in adult and kid.
Are you
Uh,
getting it?
for like in time for the movie. So those are like hitting the warehouses now, which is very exciting.
Nice.
Despite the tariffs and everything else, we've done it. The product is
Yeah.
arriving. Lord help me.
You guys are troopers, I'm telling you.
It's a nightmare.
I
But
believe it.
we're making it through between the tariffs and now the National Guard and whatever else. Like it's every day is like some stupid nonsense.
Yeah.
I was talking to Corinne. She says it really seems, though we're seeing it on the news quite a bit, it really is localized to downtown and close to the federal building.
Yeah,
It's
In
not
that
spreading
one spot.
It's not spreading throughout all of LA.
No.
Yeah.
LA
I
is
have plenty of friends.
gigantic. They call it the TMZ because that means the 30-mile zone. LA is as big as Chicago, but people like to think of LA as being teeny tiny. There's also more people in LA than most other states. Like it is a gigantic place. So like a few hundred people protesting is not a national emergency. They're trying to turn it into one.
Right.
If you've seen Andor and the Gorman Massacre, this is the real life version, people. Like for all of you Star Wars fans out there, use your media literacy at this moment and acknowledge what is happening. It's really frustrating to watch. And I know we don't get too political on this show. Like we actually we for the most part will talk about politics within Star Wars, but we don't usually extrapolate to real world. But like
Right.
this is literally the fucking Gorman Massacre. Like it is a tyrannical government with fascist overreach terrorizing a population with a bunch of nonsense to try to provoke a response. We just watched this a month ago. Like it is infuriating to see it play out.
It's life imitating art, imitating life.
Yeah.
It's a cycle.
No one realized that Tony Gilroy was writing a playbook.
Yeah. Which is terrifying, but yeah.
Yeah, he's like, whoopsie, that was not my intention.
Like, whoops.
So yeah, so that happened.
Shit.
That's why I think also like I can't focus on anything. Like I was
Right.
telling someone, I got such joy. So a lot's happened in the past several weeks. We had Memorial Day. I was at licensing show. We had the Anna Graves interview, and because of that, we didn't do any of our normal chit chatting on air to like catch up with everyone, which was great. Like Anna Graves is amazing, and I'm glad we got the whole hour with her. We missed out on talking about Memorial Day, which was a week off for us. Licensing Expo, which I was at 2 weeks ago, and the fact that like all the chaos going on, like. I binge watch Overcompensating, which is this new show on Prime TV, which I'm loving. It's so fun. It took me right back to college. I can't even enjoy it because then I open up Instagram or Threads now. I use Threads because I refuse to use Twitter. And it's like some nonsense, right? Every day is a new stupid thing. The vaccine thing today, like, with RFK, it just like gets on my last nerve.
How is he still in there? I
Yeah.
don't know.
No, I know.
Or
Yeah,
even-
Jerry, yeah, we're living in a dystopian novel. So it is super frustrating. We're in like the Hunger Games, but with like the stupidest people in charge. So like
Yeah.
that's the thing that makes it so infuriating. So the intersection of like this is terrible and it is also dumb. Like,
But if you want a break from the madness, I recommend, and I want to see it, but then, like, again, the nearest place that has it is a half hour away, and my car isn't that great. Life of Chuck comes out this week, so if it's playing in your area, it is a heartfelt movie based on a Stephen King short story directed by Mike Flanagan.
oh, Mike Flanagan.
His wife Kate Siegel is in it. His little son is in it. He plays a little tiny 6-year-old Chuck. It's adorable. Tom Hiddleston, Matthew Lillard, Karen Gillan.
How did I miss this?
Chiwetel Ejiofor is in it. It's huge, and it's a heartfelt love letter to your family and to life. And Mark Hamill's in it. So
I saw this trailer and I forgot. I forgot this was coming out now. It's got an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's pretty good.
They got Mia Sara to come back after 15 years and be in this movie. So from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So that'll be premiering this week, which unfortunately I can't see. And then How to Train Your Dragon comes out this week.
I'm so excited for that. I have to wait till next week though.
I know, but it's only playing in 3D in my area, and like not everybody likes 3D. So I'm like,
I agree with that. Well, apparently, and I missed this yesterday because I had a day yesterday, a million things to get. So I had to get ready for my vacation and everything. Unifying Force did a discussion on all the summer movies, summer sequels, reboots, etc. I will say, Dave, there's a lot of known IP. What the hell is that?
Your cat?
Known IP hitting theaters. Tried and true is how we like to call it. So not a lot of new stuff, but Sinners is brand new. That was the one.
So was Life of Chuck, yeah.
Yeah. So check out Life of Chuck. I do want to see How to Train Your Dragon. It looks amazing.
It looks so cute. Like that's a live action remake I can get behind. I still haven't seen Lilo and Stitch. I love the original.
I got no idea how it might end.
In IMAX, girl. That's where to do it. I don't know if I'll
Again, it's like 40 minutes away from me. I just I need an IMAX.
The first time I went and saw a movie in IMAX, I was so underwhelmed.
Because you're tall.
But hey, you know what we should be doing?
Yes, we got to start the episode. All right, so let's look at the title cards. Oh my God, where's that thing? All right, this is the episode that we're watching tonight, Season 2, Episode 5, Landing at Point Rain. And Skip, as you know, it is your job to give everyone the episode.
No.
Okay, here we go. Obi-Wan and Anakin form a plan of attack on the Geonosis droid factory, but little do they know the Separatists are expecting them.
Geonosis. Believe in yourself or no one else will. Look, there could be 100 people in the room, as Lady Gaga says. It just takes one. Is this the right one? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. It's overlay 3. I can't see the little details. I have to remember which one it is. It's like, otherwise you're going to be Colin.
All right.
All right, let's see. Let me find the 5-second. And then we will. Oh, so everyone queue up your Disney Plus machine. Season 2, Episode 5, Landing at Point Rain. I'm going to hit the countdown now. So as usual, I'm sitting here just watching the countdown go, forgetting that I also need to hit the button. And then all of a sudden I was like,
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit behind because I was like, oh shit, yeah, I'm supposed to press the button.
Exactly, we have to press the button. I'm telling everyone
You
else.
haven't had to press the button in a couple weeks, you know?
Oh, man. Oh, good times. Believe in yourself. No one else will. There could be 100 people in the room.
So what did I say, Geonosis?
Yeah, it's Geonosis. It's tomato. Han, you know. Don't you love, though, how I told everyone, make sure you pronounce it Anna Graves? And she's like, oh, no, it's Anna Graves. And I was like...
No, she didn't say it's Anna. She said, you can call me Anna.
Right.
And so the whole show, I'm like going, somebody said it to me later, and I was like, no, Mark had scolded me. It's Anna.
I've only known it as Anna Graves because that's how I've heard it for 20 years or 15 years or whatever it is.
And I wrote her name down. And I wrote it with one.
But James also called her Anna.
I know.
But I don't think she said that my name is Anna. She said you can call me Anna.
I'm from the South.
Meaning,
you can call me
she's
Anna.
like you can call me the wrong name, and I will still answer.
which is
It's
very
like people call me
Star Wars.
Rick and Chip. I get that all the time, and I go, yeah.
I'm gonna start calling you Chip or Chet. There you go.
Oh my
Um,
God, no.
from Tom Hanks. Chet, he's Chet Hanks, right?
Yeah,
Um,
it's his son.
Chet. He has a new music video, and Tom Hanks is in it running. Which
Is he? Oh my God.
yeah, look, you can't
That's
write
funny.
this shit anymore.
Yeah.
Also, with
Damn.
that in mind, like and
Kiati.
if anyone ever had a moment of imposter syndrome, all the idiots are in charge, and all the stupidest people you know are doing things like that, like making music videos that are making Tom Hanks dance in them. Go do whatever it is you want to do.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Pay for
do it
death.
all. Yeah.
Also, like David S. Pumpkins, like Oscar-winning actor Tom Hanks is
Yeah.
David S. Pumpkins.
Yeah, exactly.
End of
Well,
story.
I was reading
Which
another
I love.
article.
Don't get me wrong.
By the way, I love all this on screen right here with like the overlay of like the hologram and them actually like doing war tactics. Like this is what I think the show does great is like everyone's standing around talking, coordinating,
But
talking
he's
war
that close
plans.
to Yoda,
Like
and Yoda's like warning alarm isn't going off. Like that's
no,
shocking to me.
the shroud of the
No.
dark side has fallen. At the end of the Phantom Menace, by the end of the Phantom Menace, with the death of Darth Maul and the death of Qui-Gon Jinn, the shroud of the dark side has fallen, and therefore everything is cloudy. So it just seems like there's darkness everywhere. So you can't
Yeah.
isolate where it's coming from. Like that's how
Oh,
powerful it is. So
damn.
it's and in some ways like the episode Mortis, like when they go to Mortis and the
Mhm.
dark side escapes. Like apparently there's kind of no time and place to that as well. So like darkness is just running amok. Which is scary, right? Like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm living in that shit too. Like I feel like darkness is running amok. I can't keep track of what's what. Like it's just at every turn there's like some new nonsense.
And now they're telling you that your newscast will be AI enforced, so be careful.
I can't even with the AI right now. Like there's so
Like,
much we already have so many problems with what's fake news, what is actually a video created as opposed to like what's really happening.
yeah.
We have such issues with I mean, think about the thing going around with Taylor Swift from like 6 months ago, 9 months ago, when someone like sort of overlaid her face with like some not suitable for work videos that made its way around, like that sort of revenge type of video content that has been shared. Like it's hard to detect what's real and what is manufactured, and it's only going to get worse, and governments aren't keeping up with the way technology is evolving to help prevent the problems that are obviously coming.
That's true.
Yeah. Sherry lands this correctly too, that Palpatine was so strong he could hide his darkness. He's so strong. I mean, it's unreal.
This armor on those troopers, it's like crazy.
Yeah, it's very specific to the
camo.
planet. Yeah. They definitely spent some money on this animation. This whole mini arc is spectacular.
So is this the first time we are on Geonosis?
Since I guess
Started?
Since Attack of the Clones, yeah.
I guess chronologically this would be the start of Geonosis, right? Like if we were plotting this chronologically, right? No, because Attack of the Clones happens before Clone Wars, so Attack of the Clones, yeah.
But I meant like in the Clone Wars, in the show.
In the
Yes,
show, this is the first time that they've been to
Yeah.
Geonosis.
yes.
This is while everybody is still alive on Geonosis.
Mhm.
Oh,
But there's still a bunch of bugs.
I love the graffiti on the sides of the ships. It's so good.
And there's Kiadi Mundi, who everyone threw a fit about a year ago.
I love Yularen.
Good thing those bugs can't aim. Whoops. My bad.
It's like in Starship Troopers. It is neither light nor random.
For real.
This is very frenetic. The
Oof.
camera work and everything. It's really well done.
Yeah.
Look at the step up in quality just in this episode versus
Yeah.
where we were like at the end of season 1. It's a huge difference.
So they crashed, and Anakin's getting them out.
Dave is saying this is the second battle of Geonosis of the war. Just like we had multiple Gorman massacres, we have multiple battles at Geonosis. Yeah, this is a kid show, Dave, and they are they are taking no prisoners. They are leaving
Sure.
a lot of bodies behind. Um, and they can kind of get away with it because it's giant bugs and helmeted characters. Like once like a person is at risk, it takes on a very different thing, and I think that's why we feel so deeply for Barasafi as she is like making her way through the tunnels when we get there. It's nice to hear Cody's name.
Oh, Cody.
Mhm. Um, we
Betrayal.
should at one point, we do a lot of watch-alongs on the show, and that is mostly our intention. And we haven't done any major listicles yet, but I feel like we'd have a really fun time engaging with everyone on who their favorite clone is and
Mm.
why. Like really, because everyone's got that one clone that they just love for no reason, or they're like ride or die for. Um, and the usuals come up. Everyone loves fives. Even people love the Bad Batch when they finally appeared in like season 7. um,
McGregor Wolf.
Cody, Gregor.
McGregor Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The 3 old men. I love it.
Yeah, and
They
no
were
one can
so
say
good.
Rex. Everyone's favorite clone other than Rex, because otherwise it's
Yeah.
a cheat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's almost like you got to pick somebody besides Rex.
I have to
yeah.
say, other than the Bad Batch, Rex is the only clone I have a figure of, like a Hot Toys figure of. So,
hmm
um, as far
Check
as the
out that
Bad Batch
helmet.
goes, I'm only missing Crosshair.
Oh, he's my favorite.
I know, which
Yeah.
sucks because the pre-order window was so short for him. Like they
hmm
made such a small amount for him that I missed it. I was like,
He's
oh, I got time.
he's he's probably the least popular of all of them, for a couple of reasons. One, he is the villain of the group.
And then
Like
redeems
he
himself.
defects. He does. I think he spends a long time as a villain, and like all villains, we can question their redemption, even though everyone gets a redemption. Um,
But also Cody gets a redemption in Bad Batch, if that makes sense.
yeah, look, I think that Star Wars allows us this fictional narrative to really evaluate, at least in the court of opinion,
Yeah.
whether people's actions deserve forgiveness. But yeah, I mean, Crosshair's my favorite. Dave, you're saying Crosshair's the only one you have a helmet for? That's
Oh.
interesting. Is he your favorite of the Bad Batch? It sounds like it would be, or
Yeah.
is there just more of a functional reason as to why that's the one?
I have to
Um,
say, Spencer and Mark witnessed this when I walked away from D. Bradley Baker's table and he said thank you in the
mm,
wrecker voice. I just
mm.
started bawling. Like I
Oh
couldn't
yeah.
even stop
Oh,
myself.
Ashley nearly fell over. I thought we lost her. Because we had already met Michelle Ang, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
We already spent time with James Arnold Taylor. Rhode Island Comic Con was fucking magical last year.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it's going to happen again this year. I already feel it. The guest list is really coming
Solidifying.
together. Yeah.
Yes.
Who did they announce last week? There was someone else that was great for Rhode Island Comic Con, and I can't remember.
Come on,
There's a
Spencer.
few announcements to come.
No,
I
I
just
know, but there was someone else that they announced.
I just got to look back at my.
Oh, Dave says he's his fave. That's
Oh,
his alter
Dave, have
ego.
we
in
never
Bad-
talked about
Beard
this?
Batch.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. See, I forget the Beard Batch connection thing because Crosshair is by far my favorite. He's very queer coded,
Yeah.
and that's top of mind for me right now because I'm trying to pull together like a special episode for
Oh,
Pride Month.
Elizabeth Dula.
Yes. So, yeah. I mean, the secret leader of the rebellion all along. Yeah. I feel like
I
that
love the
is.
love that she's getting because it's her first. It's her first character, isn't it?
Yeah.
Her
Um,
first part.
I
And
feel
she's
like
been
this
in
is one of
Washington.
her.
So
I don't think she's been in anything. I think this was like they made a big deal about the fact
yeah,
that
this is
this
her
was her
first
first
acting role.
part,
So
and she
she'll be in
rocked it. She didn't
Yeah,
get a
this is her
small
first
part.
major job.
She got a smaller part, but she didn't get a small part, and she rocked that thing.
Yeah.
she'll be in Washington State SummerCon.
Oh, exciting. Yeah. First major role for Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just out of college. So
Dang.
I did not realize your alter ego, Dave, was in the Beard Batch was Crosshair. So I'm trying to. He's my favorite by far, and I
I'm
love me a
hoping
villain.
Hot Toys does a reissue because it was so short, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I still think though he's like the 5th most popular out of all of them. So he's the Donatello of the Turtles, right? Like it's just there's
yeah.
always a fourth, there's always a last on the list, and it's going to be him. So,
Ooh, I like those ship designs on these things. They're cool.
the
Sorry.
space battle is really neat.
Did you
go on
notice
again.
how these guys right here look much like the Jedi guards of the temple guards?
They do
Yeah.
have a little bit of that.
Look at the emblem on their shoulders, and then lots of yellow.
Mr. Hicks. Hicks is over here begging for attention.
Of course, he's a star.
You want to come up on camera? You know you do. I know, you're king of the castle. Come on.
Yeah, Dave says Crosshair Code's a lot like the way Jeremy Irons played Scar. Absolutely. I agree
Oh,
with that.
yeah. Here's my baby. There's the kitty.
Hi,
kitty.
Hixie. You're so cute.
Right
Fuzzy
there.
boy.
Didn't they have that same kind of battle in the first one? You know, they were down in the arena, and they were being, and then in comes the, here's Anakin, Obi-Wan, and
To save the
Padme,
day.
and you get saved by the Jedi with clone troopers.
The most unbelievable part of that whole battle, though, is the way that Padme's shirt rips to form the perfect sports bra. It is so stupid. But yeah, I mean that battle at Geonosis is wild, and that's where we see the beheading of Jango Fett, and and sort of.
Yeah,
the
I didn't
moment
have a
where-
problem with that.
Yeah.
It's your lack of heterosexuality that makes you have a hard time with that one.
No, she's very hot. That's fine. It's the silly logic of it all that makes me.
It's a
crack
very
up.
George
Well,
thing.
that was a very that was when Shania Twain was doing the midriff thing. So a midriff
That was
really
everywhere.
in.
Yeah.
So I mean that was all about midriff.
Of course it was. Yeah. Well, that aesthetic at the time too was like everyone was so skinny. Even the guys, like men were thin too. Now everyone wants to bulk. Like it's bulking season year round. But it was a skinny time. But yeah, I love Battle of Geonosis because it's also ridiculous, right? Like the setup, and everyone is clearly standing on a green screen. Like no one is interacting with each other in a way that seems logical. Like
There's
it doesn't
50,000
hold
laser
up.
bolts going around and nobody's getting
No.
shot down.
Yeah, and it
Also,
just
like
looks
they
so
have
cheap.
detonators in their backpacks right now, and they're being shot at. Like,
I know that would make me crazy.
sorry.
I enjoy the calm though that Anakin and Ahsoka bring to this. Like they seem focused and undeterred by like the firefight around them, which I don't know if I could do. Yeah, Chantal, my baby boy is almost 4 years old already. He's gigantic. And he always wants to come in and visit and hang out. That's Mr. Hicks. Ripley, on the other hand, is in the other room. And you're right. They are fighting a giant praying mantis, Dave. It is some stupid nonsense. Oh, I love that idea, Sherry, about Loungefly or heroes and villains doing backpacks. I think that would be really cool. Backpacks have taken on a life of their own. I know when I was a licensee at first with Tops, like the only backpack out there was like a JanSport that like children would use for school. But now full grown ass adults just walk around with backpacks like it's a normal thing.
I've got
Like-
two.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see
have-
men in business suits on the subway who have backpacks. I was like, sir, where's your briefcase? Like briefcases don't exist anymore. That is a thing of the 80s.
Well, it's easier because now you've got to hold your phone, and if you're holding a briefcase, you don't have no hands. Whereas backpack, you can hold your phone while you can put your earbuds in
Mhm.
and have full use of your hands.
And
I mean,
laptop
well,
bags.
even
sort
when
of
we were
evolved.
even when we were in Japan, all the men, none of them carry backpacks. They all carried. I mean, nobody carried a briefcase. Everybody carried a backpack.
Yeah.
All the businessmen did.
Yeah, look, I carry a laptop bag with me, which is, I'll pretend to be a businessman. But I've got a very white collar job, and I carry a laptop bag, and I put all my stuff in it.
Ooh.
My trick though, when I travel, is my laptop bag, I make sure fits into my duffel bag. So that way I've got my carry-on plus my duffel. And that way the laptop bag is in the duffel. So it's not a third bag, but I can take it out if I want to and like walk around with it for airport travel. It doesn't count because it's in the bag.
They just threw Rex like it was
Mhm.
nothing.
Yep. I like these three together. It's always fun.
And Rex is like, "Oh shit, I'm falling."
He's like, if one of you gets shot, I'm dead too. Like, everyone hang in, please. Poor Rex. He did not sign up for this.
Oh,
I mean, I guess
and
he was lab grown for this, but even still, he has at some point he has to consent.
He was
and then
tossed
here
without
comes
even
an entire cliff on these guys. Jesus.
Yeah.
Next time,
Oh
just
my,
tell me to jump.
what the hell? That seems like poor planning. Like that explosion had a lot of collateral damage and could have actually knocked out lots of people. And well, yeah,
Anakin
'cause this
Skywalker.
true, exactly. I gotta next week. I'll have to wear my red Anakin shirt with like that quote about him.
Next week? You won't be here next
Oh,
week.
or in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. Yeah, that's right.
You
I'll
can
be on
cut
a
the
beach.
sleeves off and wear it on
Yeah.
your beach trip, and then just call it.
I have
You're like,
more than
no.
enough sleeveless shirts for this beach trip. Let me tell you. I'm so excited. Look, by the way, Fire Island is like an hour and a half from here. It's so fast. Like I jump on the Long Island Railroad out to Long Island, and then I get on a ferry for like 15 minutes, and I'm there. And it's like a totally different universe. Like
Damn.
it is. So it feels like you're on a different planet, right?
Every time
And
I
all it
hear
is.
Fire Island, I just think of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, and it could also be like that insane too, because it's also like a party town, right? Like people don't really live there. It's really just a vacation spot and what people do for the summer. So it's like clubs, the pool, the beach. We're staying at a resort. I'm going with 3 friends, so the 4 of us are sharing 2 rooms. We're gonna have a pool. There's a gym at the place. Like it's just a
Damn.
party. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm just so ready for the beach. And at the same time, I will also be wearing like sunglasses, a hat, the sleeveless shirt, but then I'll put something over it because I don't want to get any sun. So I'll be under the umbrella and get like no sun. You'll see me next week and I'll still be this white. Like I will have gotten no sun.
Hey, pasty white girl right here.
Yeah.
Forever
Although
pale.
when we were in Baltimore for Memorial Day, we were outside for like a nice barbecue and it was really fun. And I got like way too much sun. But it was nice. It felt like the start of summer, you know, like I'm in that
Also,
mode.
Clinique After Sun is a really good product because it
Mhm.
like prevents the burn. Like it kind of evens out the burn a little bit and makes it better for your skin. So,
Mhm.
and it's a
I have a
little
whole
pricey, but it's
thing.
good.
I have a whole thing of aloe that I'm bringing with me.
Oh, aloe is your best friend.
Mhm. Oh, they found Master Kenobi.
Damn, there's only 2 of them left. Excuse me.
This plot works well together because, like, they arrive on this planet. They've got a clear objective, great battle scenes. They
Yeah,
achieve the
sure.
objective. The animation looks fantastic. Like, the logic holds up for the most part. They demonstrate some cool Jedi powers. Ahsoka and Anakin team really well together, which I think is important. Knowing what's coming next, it's important to show them in lockstep in this episode because that's going to get challenged in the next episode when Ahsoka and Barriss have to go off and do their own thing. So yeah, I think the setup for this is really strong. Oh, they are shooting bugs like there's no tomorrow. Oof.
But also the bugs carrying the clone troopers
Look at
away. It's
Anakin
like,
run.
oh,
Yeah, that's brutal. Very Starship Troopers, which that's getting a reboot.
Why?
no.
I love the original. I don't care. I think it's
I
like
get to go to
It's
Phil
not a
Tippett
reboot kind of
Studios
movie.
and
It's
see the
not
bug
like you can do it
arms.
over again. You could watch it over again, but you wouldn't make it over
well.
again.
My question is, are they going to go serious or closer to the book? Because the book is like, here's the thing. In today's day and age, I think like satire needs to be balanced against a heavy hand. Like I watch a lot of satire and people don't get it. It's like South Park, right? Like South Park is satire, but there are people who legitimately think Cartman is the hero, not the protagonist, not just the protagonist, right? Like Cartman's a villain and meant to be satirical. But there are people who like believe Cartman is like the right answer, right? That's a problem. And that's a problem with all satire. Starship Troopers was very satirical, but also like high camp, right? Like it's high camp and high satire and like strays from the book a lot. Like it's
Right.
very far from the original source material, so much so that I think it got misinterpreted. Also, like there's a lot of clunky problems with that movie. Like the editing's bad. Like Denise Richards is not great in this movie. Like there's a lot of uncomfortable like
There's a big
edits.
surprise.
Like there's a lot of things that don't work with Starship Troopers, and so the propaganda fascism message falls flat when like the rest of the movie has like bad editing, right? Or special effects that look a little wonky or whatever, like or Denise can't act, right? Like the love story falls flat. All that kind of shit like ruins the overall message of the movie. The actual lore you could really sink your teeth into. The question becomes, do you want to make it really, really serious, or do you want to go high camp again and lean into the satire side of things? And I'm torn because I would love a really serious take on something like Starship Troopers. and really dive into the propaganda side of things. There's so much propaganda in the book, and you can imagine those little like snippets of TV that you see. Like, I think would be really fun. Yeah, and this is Dave. So everything is a reboot because it has to be tried and true and make money and have a consumer product angle to it. You can't just make a movie and expect it's going to make money. It's very rare. That's why everyone's still talking about Sinners. Like, it's such a phenomenon.
And
But
he's
if you have
not doing the
something,
sequel. This is a
he's
standalone
not.
movie.
Yeah, there's no point. Also, if there was going to be a franchise for Sinners, I'm in. Whatever Ryan Coogler wants to do, I will follow. But there doesn't need to be. That being said, if you want to make streams of revenue, you need a known property, and something like Starship Troopers already has a baked-in audience, and then it can bring in new people potentially. So, yeah. I thought that was such a great episode.
Yeah.
So happy with the way season 2 is going. This is the starting point as to when it really gets good.
Yeah, I think that not only that, but the ability for the animation to make them move so well in that. I mean, I was watching them all run across the battlefield.
Yeah.
And it was really done well.
And I want to give a couple shout outs while we're all here. So in the cast this week, obviously Matt Lanter, who we love and adore and is sort of a friend of Skip. You guys see me communicate quite a bit. Yep, Brian George is Ki-Adi-Mundi. He doesn't do a lot of episodes in Clone Wars, but he's spectacular in this role.
He's a character actor. You've seen him in everything.
Oh, yeah. For sure. D. Bradley Baker, who's amazing in everything. We've already sort of sung his praises a bunch of times. Ashley Eckstein as Ahsoka. Our bestie, James Earl Taylor as Obi-Wan. Tom Kane, who we love as he's actually Yularen in this episode. He's not just Yoda, not just the narrator. He does have some heavy duty on this show, Tom Kane. He's the only person in every episode because he's the narrator. And then here comes some of the guest stars. Olivia Diabo as Master Luminara, who I love, love, love. I actually got her to sign autographs for us at Tops. I think I say that every time her name comes up, but I'm very, very proud of that. And I love that we were able to get her into. I got her into a Clone Wars or a Chrome set that included Clone Wars characters.
I worked on that set.
Yeah, it was a good one. Chrome Perspectives. It was Jedi versus Sith.
Yep.
And then T.C. Carson, the citizen himself, T.C. Carson, our Mace Windu, who we met at Rhode Island Comic Con. He's in this one. Yeah, Ian Abercrombie, who was amazing as the Emperor. And then Matthew Wood, who plays a bunch of the battle droids, and probably a bunch of other voices too. I mean, Matthew Wood's just like the cream of the crop when it comes to sound and voice. So, what a cast, right? Yeah. Every single person on there, you could just drop into any show and they get it done.
For sure.
Incredible.
Yeah, Sherry says she loves how Ki-Adi one-ups Anakin at the end. Anakin and Ahsoka at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like Obi-Wan's over there, clearly injured. Most of his group has died except for one other injured clone. And they're over here like, oh, did I win? And it's like, calm down, Anakin and Ahsoka.
Calm down, Anakin.
Oh, so ratty.
Fun week. Good week. Great start to this arc. I'm sad I'm going to miss Weapons Factory. Yeah. I'm not sad that I'm going to be on a beach.
We're not sad for you either.
Yeah.
My God.
You guys
the
will be
weather
great.
is amazing.
Yeah. It's seemingly good. And even if it does rain, I'm going to be in the pool. Like, oh no, more water. I'm not concerned. And when I'm on the beach, like it doesn't bother me. I'm very that guy. I'm trying to think of what else we want to make sure we cover this week. Because in the news and pop culture, everyone go watch Overcompensating. Like, that's my one pop culture recommendation.
Is it on Prime?
Everyone. It's on Prime Video, and I feel like everyone has Amazon Prime. So it's 8 episodes. It's a college comedy. Benito Skinner, who you might know from TikTok, Benny Drama, created this character, did a stand-up tour, turned it into a TV show. I'm not usually one that appreciates the pipeline of TikTok to television, but he's really, really good. And he's got an amazing cast around him. I felt like I was back in college because he's also playing a closeted kid who's coming out of the closet, but it's a hilarious comedy about just all kids overcompensating. Meanwhile, he's in his 30s. They all are. So they all look way too old for the role, which is really fun.
It's very Dawson's Creek.
Very that, like Dawson's Creek now. And in fact, James Van Der Beek has a cameo in one of the episodes.
Oh, no way.
Because one of his favorite movies was Varsity Blues. And actually, Charlie XCX was an executive producer and did all the music when she was recording on the Sweat Tour. So that's crazy. So there's a Charlie song in every episode.
Dang.
It's getting great reviews and it's a ton of fun. And then highly recommend Sinners. I thought Thunderbolts was great. I still have to go see the new live action Lilo and Stitch, and then next on the list is How to Train Your Dragon. So
Yeah.
that's my pop culture at the
Go
moment.
see Ballerina. It's
Ballerina.
amazing. Go see Life of Chuck. It's gotten a lot of good reviews. It's a very family-friendly movie. It's very sweet.
Mhm.
You love Mark Hamill.
Mhm.
Go see him. Mark
And Hiddleston is in there, you said too.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston. He's phenomenal. It looks amazing. And of course, Mike Flanagan and Kate Siegel.
Yep.
Definitely go check out How to Train Your Dragon. A lot of good buzz in that. And the Black Phone 2 was announced. So I'm excited about that this October.
That's in October.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joe
Yeah, they
Hill
dropped the
has given-
trailer. That's right. We got the
Joe
trailer.
Hill has given his thumbs up for the return of the Grabber, and it's really cool how they set this up. So I'm
Yeah, I
really
like it.
excited. I just had Alan watch the Black Phone for the first time, and he really loved it. So,
Skip,
we're
have you
excited.
seen Black Phone?
I have not.
It's really
Oh,
good. Came out
if
2
you-
years ago, I think.
yes, yep. Go see it if you have Peacock. It's
I
on
do.
there streaming for free,
Oh, cool.
It's a very good horror movie based on a short story.
and it's
Very
Scott Derrickson
creepy.
who directed Doctor Strange. It's pretty creepy, but it's badass. And the kid who plays the boy in it is Hiccup in How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, he's having quite the year.
Yeah,
That's how it
Mason.
happens. All of a sudden, it's like, yeah.
Boom.
And also the girl who plays Astrid, her name is Nico. Her mother is Tandy Newton, who was Val in Solo.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Star Wars comes
Love me
full
some
circle.
Tandy.
Yeah.
She was in Mission Impossible 2.
Nice.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That seems like 1,000 years ago. I guess Mission Impossible 8 or whatever it is out now also.
Yeah, and it's good.
Oh, Dave, I
haven't
wish I
watched
had
in a long
met him.
time.
Mason Thames. He's a
Go
cool
watch
kid.
7 and then go watch 8.
I will add it to the list. I have a bunch of stuff to catch up on.
Oh,
All right, yeah.
yeah,
What are your recommendations, Skip?
Oh, shit. I enjoyed Mission Impossible 8. I think at the end of the movie, I was walking out going, okay, I can start breathing again. And I liked Thunderbolts. It wasn't great. It just wasn't bad. You know, I mean,
I
it
loved
wasn't one of those ones where you went, oh shit. I thought it was done well. And it's a prep show for, you know, okay, here's the what do they call them? The New Avengers. I'm looking forward to
With a Z.
Superman. And not because I'm really excited about it, but just I've got to see it because I've seen all the others, you know, and I need to know.
It's going to be good, I promise. It's going to be good.
Yeah, I hope
I'm
so.
telling you now, it's going to be good. If I didn't think it was going to be good, I wouldn't say anything.
Yes,
I would just
know.
not talk about it. There are plenty of things that I have licenses for that I do not talk about.
Yeah, and then I'm interested in how F1 is going to come out with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that at the beginning of Ballerina, and it looked pretty crazy.
Yeah,
I forget what he compared it to. Kind of like the young pups versus the old people and race car driving.
yeah,
It's pretty crazy.
Interesting. And
it's going to be a good summer.
it's going to be a fun popcorn summer. And Jurassic World comes out in a month too.
Plus,
Oh, trailer for that.
I got GalaxyCon coming up in a little bit, and then it's off to Dallas for the Bunta Eve. I love the way she says that.
Next weekend, you're meeting Anna Graves.
Oh yes,
So
Dave and I will get her to say Bunta Eve. We will definitely get.
Just have a camera on her at all times because she's gold. Like,
And you can
amazing
record a
interview.
bumper for us.
I know we didn't do that while we were on, and we should have done that. But
yeah,
she's the sweetest.
she is.
I bet you
Also, one other movie that I almost forgot, Megan 2 comes out in about 3 weeks, just in time.
With Ivana Sakno.
I know. How
I was
crazy
like,
is that?
What?
She's the villain. I love
don't
that they
anybody
literally
Chantal,
took my. Go ahead.
Do not tell Mike this. How to Train Your Dragon popcorn bucket.
Oh, with the toothless mouth that opens.
Oh, boy.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
The popcorn bucket race has gotten out of control. I can't. There's one.
Where the hell did you put them?
No, I'm not collecting them. I said no. But
He's drawn the line. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what I said to Funkos. No.
And
Yeah.
apparently Dave O'Neill has an issue with Superman, but I'm not going to get into that. So, but I will say go see Megan 2.0 because they did. Remember, we can find the episode. I talked about this like a year ago. Where I was like, if I
Yeah.
were going to do a Megan 2.0, I think you should do it like Terminator 2, where she becomes a good robot and there's a new evil robot for her to fight. That's what they're doing.
You wrote
That's the
this.
plot. Yeah. By the way, like
We're gonna
thousands of
throw in a
other.
Star Wars actress for good measure, just
Yeah.
because Mark said so.
Score another one for Mark. The
Here's the
prophet.
thing, though.
What
I'm
was
never.
it?
I'm
What was it
never
that
right.
you were nailing in Star Wars? You know.
Hardly anything. So Dave O'Neill, Megan 2.0, there was an SNL skit that came out right after the first Megan came out because Megan, the original Megan movie became something of like an accidental queer icon because she's like fabulous and campy and kills a bunch of people. So the gays like lost their minds, right? And so SNL did a skit about this and Bowen is in it. And it's basically Megan at a gay club, like saying all the gay slang and doing all sorts of silly, ridiculous stuff. And that's how they're pitching the sequel. That's the movie they made. Like we watched the SNL skit and we watched the trailer and we were like, this is the same thing. Like the people at Blumhouse watched that SNL skit and decided to turn it into the movie because yeah, it's a lot. It's stupid and silly. It's camp. It's wild. I mean, the tagline of the movie is this bitch versus that bitch. And one of the pull quotes from the trailer was hold on to your vagina. Like this is like, I mean, it's wild. Like it's so insane. There's multiple costume changes. When we got the costume references, because we're doing costumes for this movie, by the way, which is why I know so much. And I remember telling everyone at Universal who does the licensing what my idea for the movie was, and they were like, "Yeah, that's pretty much the plot." Thousands of other gays across the country, I'm sure, also had the same thoughts. But I'm so excited to see it come to life because we're doing that pink suit, that pink fighting suit that she's doing. That's our Halloween costume for this year.
I think you posted it, or you may have shared it.
Yeah,
because I was like,
we put it up on the Ruby's Instagram like last week,
nice.
so it's all coming together.
That's cool.
And I'm not even going to put Dave's comment on screen, but he is dealing with an issue with Superman. We're going to resolve it. You're going to watch the movie and you're going to love it, and that's going to be the extent of it. Because I'm telling you now, it's going to be good. Megan's going to be great, and it's going to be campy and fun and silly. And actually, that's one for the ladies. Actually, Megan 2.0 is for the ladies and the gays. Bring your best gay friend. The ladies and the best gay friends should be going to see that movie, as opposed to like the husbands who don't care. Unless you are a horror enthusiast, I don't think you're going to appreciate Megan 2.0. So it's ladies' night out for Megan. Superman is all family. Like bring the kids, bring everyone. I think everyone's going to enjoy Superman. Jurassic World, I think at this point has their audience they have, and it's going to be teens and 20-somethings and people who need like an easy date movie.
Jonathan Bailey, Scarlett Johansson.
They're banking on more women going to see it because of Scarlett and Jonathan. Like they are demographic movers. You will see that come to fruition for sure. Like we're actually going to do a boys' night out to see Jurassic World because of Jonathan Bailey. I know that sounds ridiculous, but like he's got those slutty little glasses. So and Scarlett Johansson, we love her.
That's why I'll be there.
Yep, exactly. They picked the hottest girl, the hottest guy. They're like, yes, go, send. So I think the summer blockbusters are going to pull in some money, and then of course we have Fantastic Four, and then we've got what's after Fantastic Four? There's another.
Yeah, Fantastic Four. I forgot totally about Fantastic Four.
That's coming real soon.
Fantastic Four,
and then there's stuff this fall too.
Yeah, there's a movie with Aziz Ansari and Keanu Reeves where Keanu Reeves plays his guardian angel, and I really want to see that. I forget what it's called, but it looks really fun.
We haven't had this much summer movie magic in a long time.
I know.
It's been a minute. I feel like movie theaters are really back. So yeah. The movie with Pedro.
Materialists. It's with Chris Evans, Pedro, and Dakota Johnson.
I don't know about that one. That one looks like a shitty rom-com. So, I mean, Chris Evans is supposed to be your everyman, where he's like, I'm a waiter. I brought you your soda. And Pedro Pascal is worth millions of dollars. First of all, you couldn't get me to choose between Chris Evans and Pedro Pascal. What the fuck world are we living in that there's even someone who gets to make that decision? But then the tipping point is money. Pedro Pascal's a multimillionaire, and Chris Evans knows you like soda. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, if they were cast with regular-looking people, it wouldn't even be a conversation. Oh, Happy Gilmore 2 sounds fun, though. I would go watch it.
I would gladly
That's a streaming movie, though. I'm not going to see that on the big screen. Adam Sandler doesn't need my $25.
Oh, Good Fortune. Yeah, that's the Keanu Reeves and Aziz Ansari movie. That looks so cute. And Keanu's like dancing as an angel. It's really funny.
Yeah, he was at the Tonys last night, Keanu Reeves.
Oh my God, getting accosted by Jonathan Groff. It was so funny. He was just like,
Jonathan Groff had quite the night. He
oh my
didn't win
god,
the Tony. He was nominated, but he got to perform twice. He got to do that performance that you saw where he was like on top of Keanu Reeves's chair, and he was part of the 10th anniversary of Hamilton.
I
And
like that he kept it minimal. He was just like da 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 da. The
there's
staff.
definitely he was the only one wearing red. Everyone was in black,
Yeah.
which people were saying it was the morning of democracy. I was like, oh boy, there's a lot to unpack there.
Oh, so
And the
much.
fact
Yeah.
that he plays the king and his words were nonsensical and quick. And then they were like over it. I was like, there's so much subtext to all of this. If
Sure.
people had like an ounce of media literacy, it would be obvious. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was it was it was
Eddington. I've never heard of that.
it was very much like it was a very good Tony's last night. I thought Cynthia
Sweet.
was terrific. Yeah, and there's a new Wicked trailer out. Look, we have a lot of pop culture we can cover, but we are over time. So what we're going to do is we're going to table this discussion for later in the month. I'm also working on a Pride Month special for everyone. So some coming soon, more to be announced. But what's going on the network this week? Ashley, what's happening with Daughters of the Galaxy?
Okay, Daughters of the Galaxy, we are delving into Morgan Elsbeth in depth. I know we had briefly covered her a few months back in Tales of the Empire, but we're really going to get into her and Ahsoka and The Mandalorian and just kind of talk about her role in Star Wars as a whole, talk about Diana Lee and Asanto, the magical woman that she is,
Mhm.
and just discuss what's in store for Morgan, like where she's been. And I know it looks like she's dead, but those Night
Yeah,
Sisters,
where
they're
she's
tricky.
going. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They are
Yeah.
tricky.
So
Um,
me and Sarah are going to talk about her.
Yeah, so excited. So join Ashley and Sarah this Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll be producing as always. Um, also, with it being Pride Month, don't forget we have our Pride collection of T-shirts up on our T Public store, along with all of our other T Public merchandise.
Big gay
Um,
explosions.
Exactly. Lots of big gay explosions. And of course, we are in the countdown to Texas. So Rebel Scum Con is August 8th through the 10th at the Frisco Conference Center in Frisco, Texas. On the first night of the show, that Friday, August 8th, we have our Boon to Eve event, which will feature Diana Lee and Ensenado, and Anna Graves and Taylor Gray and a ton of other awesome people we're so excited to have. It's going to be such a blast. And let me put up some of the details over here. This is where Boon to Eve will be, special edition Texas, Friday, August 8th, 8 to 12, at the Revel Patio Grill. $35 for an adult ticket. Kids under 12s are $30. The VIPs are actually sold out already. And you can meet Anna Graves and lots of other people there. And once again, just want to say a very special thank you to VIP Home Theaters, our sponsor, our premier sponsor for the event. Make sure you check out their website, viphometheaters.com, where you can check out all of their consumer products. Like I said, they have TVs and speakers, audio equipment, all sorts of audio and visual equipment for your own home. Plus, you can check them out in person if you're in Chicago. And a thank you to every single one of our sponsors who are helping us pull together this fantabulous event. And if you're not able to join us in Texas, have no fear. There are lots of other events happening throughout the year. Kathy is planning and working with all sorts of people locally from across the network to plan all sorts of events. There was a meetup in Dallas last week. We've got San Diego Comic-Con, which I believe Corinne and Jeff are in charge of planning, and lots of other stuff going on throughout the year. Obviously, we do Rhode Island Comic-Con. That's kind of like our New Year's. It's like the year-end celebration for everything. So
Yeah, it
lots
is.
more to come. Yeah.
And it's exciting. I honestly can't wait. Like, Rhode Island's going to be huge. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. And
Skip, you're coming, right?
Yes.
And then I just want to put up Chantel's comment. I wish someone would do a Night Sister in depth to cover their connection to the Force or whatever it is they
I think
have.
we did. I think it's in our playlist. So if you
Yeah.
check out YouTube, Daughters of the Galaxy, we did delve into the Night Sisters for spooky season.
Mhm.
So it'll be in one of our October episodes. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And there's a specifically a Saj one where they talk about her life after death, as well as a Night Sister and Mother Talzin combo. And then I know the Unifying Force have done a little deep dive into the Night Sisters as well. So there's a good amount of Night Sister content on the network. So definitely go give that a look. But yeah, thank you for the recommendation. If anyone has any recommendations for shows, after we finish season 2, we'll
Tell
do a
us.
season 2. I know we're only a few episodes in. We'll do a recap like we did for season 1, but we might do a couple other thematics throughout as well. So if people have thoughts on, like, again, who's your favorite clone trooper? Who's your favorite Jedi? Who's your favorite dark side user? We got a bunch of them in the Clone Wars. Those could be really fun topics maybe as we go. Maybe as we hit like certain episode milestones, and we're going to mix in more interviews as well. We had such a lovely time with Anna. We've got to bring some more guests onto the network and chew their ear off.
Seriously. And also, like, 3 days ago was the 3rd anniversary of the premiere of Star Wars Rebels Revisited. So I can't believe, like, that kicked it all off for us. So
Crazy.
and
It doesn't
here we
feel
are
like
doing
3
this.
years. I know. It's
I
like that. Yeah. Flew
So
by.
fast.
Well, we have still a big year ahead of us. So
So
thank
much.
you, everyone. Well, thank you, everyone who tuned into Rebels Revisited way back when and
Yeah.
stuck by me
Back
and
to the good
Ashley,
old
and then
days.
and joined, and Skip joined. We
Yeah,
grow
and
in
look
the
what
family.
happens. Skip's here
Yeah.
now too. So if you
This way.
As
tune
long
in
as I don't have
regularly, we'll
buttons, we're all
kidnap you.
good.
Yeah. We will
No
keep it that way as long as we can.
No buttons on a shirt.
Well,
There we go. There goes Dave and Jeff.
Bye,
boy.
Chantel.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. As always, long live the Republic. May the Force be with you. And make sure you join us throughout the network for everything we have going on this week.
So much. I'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Hello there. Hi, I'm Mark Connell. I'm the Director of Programming at the Virtual Cantina Network, and I'm here with James Arnold Taylor, the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yes, I know that one well. I have the high ground if I... Wait, yes. Thank you. Now I have the high ground. And you are watching Clone Wars Revisited. This is the show you're looking for.